Hey everybody, welcome to Dre's Trucking World. Welcome back to another ride-along video. How can I say about this one? I was up north and I was actually in Kansas City and I was headed up to Wisconsin. Ran into a couple of truckers at a truck stop at a Love's, and they were talking about the winter storm that was happening at that time. Now, I do have some footage from that day. I would like to implement it into the video if I can. You guys will see it. If not, I'll just talk through it. This is just about knowing what you can and can't do, knowing your skill level when you're out here in the winter time, and understanding what confidence you need to have in yourself to get things done. So again, I'm gonna get into that with you guys real quick. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching this video. And again, as always, stay tuned. Well, you guys, again, like I said in the intro, just know what your skill levels are when you're out here, okay? Everybody's skill level is a little different, and other drivers will tell you not to do this, not to do that, based on what they think you can and can't do, but they don't know you, okay? They don't know what you can and can't do. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you've learned. They don't know the time you've been out on the road. So have confidence in yourself before you do something, all right? So, with that being said, it was snowing in Kansas City very bad, okay? I'm talking about whiteout on the road, can't see nothing. My student was driving at the time, and my student pulled over, wasn't comfortable continuing driving, although my student had time left on the clock, and I respect that, because as a trainer, you want to make sure that you're making your student as comfortable as possible and not forcing them to drive in conditions that they're not comfortable in as of yet, okay? So, I get into the rest stop, talking to a couple of guys. Hey, I hope you're not thinking about heading back out there. I'm like, why is that? Well, it's very bad out there, and that kind of road conditions is not for everybody. You might as well just call 511 and get the information on all the traffic jams and the road closures and things to that effect, okay? So, I took the information, and to the gentleman, there was more than one guy I was speaking to. First, let me just say this, all right? First, I appreciate you guys letting me know your opinion on the weather conditions, what your mindsets were. One of them was locally, so he kind of had an idea on, not always the weather app updates properly to what the weather looks like. The forecast isn't always accurate in that area. So again, I appreciate the conversation first. I want to get that out of the way. I thank you guys for stopping and talking to me and giving me your opinions on the roadway and conditions and things to that effect. Okay? So, by me talking to them, I figured, hey, you know what? They're probably right. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I need to not go out there right now. Maybe I need to shut down. Maybe I need to, rethink this plan. So my first reaction was to call Prime. I called my fleet manager. I reached out to him. I was like, hey, listen, it's bad out here. It's white out. This is going on I-35 North, okay? It's bad out here. It's white out on the road. Can't really see the lines. I'm using the rivets on the side, and little, on the side to know not to get too far over to my right. I think I'm gonna shut it down. Now, alongside of this, what was told to me next, I didn't expect it, first of all, okay? So, my fleet manager then says to me, my dispatcher, however you want to look at it, says to me, hey, if you feel that you need to shut down, by all means, shut down. I support it 110%. I'd rather you shut down and be safe than to think that this load is more important than your life and something happens to you. So go ahead and shut down. I'll let sales know that, hey, this load is not going to arrive on time. It is unsafe right now due to winter conditions. And driver will be back up 110%. Now, I was like, hot damn. You know, you don't really hear that all the time. I don't know what your company would say to you if that ever happened. I can just imagine, you know, would they be upset? You know, would they look at the weather app with you and say, well, hey, listen, you know, what I see is not the same thing. I think it's something that you can handle. I think that if you take your time, that you can make it through this. You know, would you be reprimanded for not finishing the run? Would you be chastised or, you know, frowned upon that, you know, you didn't take that opportunity to, I guess, prove your worth and still drive in those conditions? I don't know what your company would do, but I know what they do here is Prime. And I was given the okay to shut down. So, I hang up. Thank you. Make sure I send a message. Always back up the conversation. Always want to have some kind of paper trail of the conversation. Got a similar response. It's okay. Shut down. Again, per our conversation. We support you. Shut down. So, I look at it a little further now. Again, I did that out of panicking mode. You know, I'm going to call real quick. Get out of the way. Bam. Did it. Done. Okay? So I looked at it a little bit more. I looked at my student. I said, you know what? It is a little bad, but it's not nothing that I know I can handle. My student immediately, no time in between, immediately looks at me and said, you can handle that? Wow, if I was you, I wouldn't go out there. Okay? If I was you, I would not go out there. So I hear from the guys inside, you shouldn't go out there. I-35 North Kansas, very bad right now. Student says, if I was you, I wouldn't go out there. But if you know, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't touch it. That's why I pulled over, shut down at the Loves here. If you want to get up in the seat, do your thing. You're the trainer, do your thing, and do your thing. So I was like, you know what? Let me look at this a little further. Thought about it. Knew what I could and could not do. Trusted in myself to say, hey, you know what? I can do this, bro. I can do this. You know? I trust in my skills enough that if I need to pull over, I know the time, the place, to do what I need to do. I have instilled in myself enough skills to know that I have what it takes to do what it takes. So what I end up doing is that I got on the road and I started to go. Okay? Again, if I can merge the videos together to show you a little glimpse of here and there, I would. If not, you know, just picture whiteouts here and there, bad conditions, snow coming everywhere, hard to see the road. And I did the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I did it. You know, I had enough confidence in myself to know what my skill level is, to know that I know how far I can go. I know when I need to scale it back to say, hey, even for you, this is a little bit much, but I trusted myself that I could do it. So, by me doing that, I looked at myself and said, you know what? Take your time on the road, do your thing. If it gets too bad, I know you'll shut it down. You know? You're not going to do nothing that you can't handle. And that's exactly how I took it. That's exactly the approach I took. So when time came, I did exactly that. I went out there, took my time, didn't rush, didn't speed. I saw trucks out there laying down the salt, laying down the traction, the dirt, let them go do their thing. Saw some clouds coming out, get behind them, take the time, move nice and slow, get to your destination. It's like a turtle in a hare race, you know? The hare goes by 100 miles an hour, goes by. The turtle takes it nice and slow, steady, safe, Safety's always key first. I see the hare up ahead, pulled over to the side of the road. Don't know why they pulled over, but I'm the turtle. You know, turtle, going real slow. But I'm getting past you. When I got to my destination on time with time to spare, I'm talking about hours to spare. Because what I did on top of that is that I looked at the app, okay, the weather app, and I knew that once I got on top of this storm, it was clear sailing from there. I mean, it was nothing but green trees, leaves. I could see the ground, no whiteout, no snow to worry about. I mean, you name it, it was just, let's rock and roll, let's get it. So I just knew I had to get above the storm first. That's exactly what I did. But again, you gotta know what your level is. You gotta know your skill set. You gotta know, hey, I can do this, or hey, I cannot do this. And if you can't, it's okay. Shut it down. You know, your life is more important than any load you're carrying. Shut it down first. Be safe. And when the weather conditions permit, then you go back out there. And even then, just because the whiteout's over, there's still ice on that road, still snow, still patches of ice you can't see. Take your time. Think about your actions. Arrive safely. Get to your destination on time. Live to tell about the story. And gain that confidence that on that next storm that comes by, you will immediately know, hey, yay, I can do this, or nay, I'm shut down. Okay? So just know that. Alright? It was a great moment for me to test myself, test my own skill level, to put myself to the test and know what I can and can't do. And I proved myself right. I have confidence in myself, my driving ability, my skills, and I know what I can do. So at the end of this trip, right, when I get to my destination, I reach out to my fleet manager. Well, not when I got there, but on the way, I reach out to my dispatcher fleet manager, and I say, hey, I didn't shut down. I decided to keep going, and I felt that I could make it, and I'm doing just great. This load would not be late. I would get it to the destination on time at the appointment time. My fleet manager then turned around and sent me a response, okay? Now again, this is what they do at Prime. I thank Prime so much for this because it shows in support of their drivers that they will back you up on any decision you make when it comes to being safe, okay? So again, I let my fleet manager know. My fleet manager sent me a message saying, hey, that's your decision to continue to go. Just make sure you're using good, sound judgment and you're being safe. Your safety is first. Now, come on. I was thrilled when I saw that message. Again, if you had a company that you can't say will do that for you, maybe test the waters. You know? You should be at a company that has your safety as their number one best interest on top of load, on top of revenue, because your life is worth more than the load and the revenue put together. So test the waters. Go ahead and send a message. Although even if you're not going to shut down, send a message saying, hey, listen, you know, I'm thinking about shutting down. The weather conditions look kind of rough right now. I'm thinking about shutting this bad boy down. What do you think? And find out. Find out if your company has your back. Find out if your company, again, as I said earlier, is going to basically scrutinize you, you know, or talk bad about you. Or do you got that manager or dispatcher who's going to hop on the phone with you and say, well, listen, I look at the weather app, man, it's only about 2 inches of snow, man. You can get through that. If you take this route right here, it may be a little icy, but just take your time. Man, this load can make it there, man. That's not somebody you want on your team. That's somebody who's money hungry only, and you do not need them on your team. Okay? You don't want them. Get them off. Get them out of there. They're not for you. They're for their pocket. They're not about your life. They're about their life and their pocket. They're not about your safety. They're about their safety and their pocket cushion. If you understand what I'm saying, it's about their pockets, not about you. And you got to be able to see that. If you're with that company, if you have that guy, if you know that guy, get rid of that guy. If you know that girl, if you know that woman, get rid of that woman and get rid of that gal. You don't need her. You don't need him. Get him out of there. Okay? Get with a company that's going to back up and support you. So Prime, I thank you for supporting me on that decision. I thank you for when I said that I'm on the way. The response was, again, if that's your decision, that's fine. Make sure you're using good, sound judgment, because your safety is our #1 priority. That's golden. You know, I'm with a company that cares about me more than the load, cares about my life more than the load, and will call and support that notion that I won't be able to make it based on weather conditions. So just think about that. Are you with that same company? Will your fleet manager or dispatcher back you up the same way? Have you even tried to talk to them to see what their response would be? I don't know about you guys. I know I have. I got the response that I wasn't looking for. I thought it was going to be, well, you know, can't you just make it a little further? Something to that effect, and that's not what happened. And I'm sure Prime has this across the board, that all dispatchers, fleet managers, whatever you want to call them, treat all their drivers the same way. So thank you again, and thank you that I'm with a company that cares about me first. With that being said, you guys, again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for those that have subscribed. Thank you for those that are engaging in conversation, talking about some comments out here, getting some dialogues going. Maybe you had a winter experience with somebody, fleet manager, dispatching. It didn't go the same way mine went. I want to hear your story. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. You know, maybe you got some advice for those who are thinking about shutting down but are too scared to do so. Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. As always, guys, stop sleeping on the road. Stop sleeping and stay woke. Pay attention out there. It's winter time. Let's get it. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.